as a parent as well. So not peers actually probably slow. Hello and welcome back to the podcast Dyslexia with Success. I am usually your host, Petronila Ngeka, but today this episode is a bit different and I will be asked questions. So I will be answering questions from my interviewer. His name is Ryan. He is behind the scenes. You will not be able to see him, but he will be asking me questions about my experience and journey. And I am on a hot seat and I'm excited to share a little bit with you.
Thank you very much for having me. I'll go straight into our first question today, which is, have you always lived in the UK?
Actually, no. The answer is no. I come from Cameroon. So, I live currently in Birmingham, but I've lived in two cities in the UK, which is Cambridge and Birmingham.
Amazing. So I guess my next question would be, what first brought you to the UK?
I came to the UK in 2004 to work for my employer in Cambridgeshire, in a small village called Linton, yeah, that's how you say it. And it was that journey, to transition from Cameroon to here to come and work as a support worker or a senior healthcare assistant that brought me to the UK.
Okay, so moving on to my next question, do you have any family here in the UK?
Actually, I do. Yes, I have two kids. I was married, but now I'm divorced. But yeah, I have a family and friends now in the UK that have been here for over 20 years.
So I just heard you mention a divorce there. Yeah. My next question I've got written down is, what did you take away from your divorce?
Oh, that's a very good question. My divorce, I learned from my divorce that you don't have to be a dependent to somebody. You can do things for yourself, because coming from Cameroon and from some of our ethnic backgrounds, we believe that the man is the breadwinner and the woman has to stay at home. But sometimes those roles can be reversed and both parties can contribute to the family. So I was a stay-at-home mom with the two kids. And what I learned from that divorce is that you don't have to always rely on the man. You can also fend for yourself and provide for yourself. That's what I took away from it.
Lovely.
Good.
So is it at that point you first became a business owner?
Definitely not. The journey comes a long way. Before I started my journey, I was actually at university when my divorce happened. I was in first year of uni, so I had to finish the other 2 years. As a single mother, it was difficult going through university, doing nursing, having to go to placement, night shifts. But I did it. After that, I moved city from Cambridge to Birmingham, and it was during my nursing that I realized that my son had challenge, and this could be dyslexia, which then led me while I was uni to discover that I was dyslexic. I'm sure everybody who knows me hears me explaining this part of my journey. So how I got into business is dyslexia, basically. And I cannot say it enough, because my son struggled to speak. His development was slow. And when he turned 8, I got him assessed and he was dyslexic and hyperlexic. So as a mother who wants to give everything to their child, all I wanted to do is to do the best as a mother. I decided to send him to a school where he can get the right support. When I did my research, I saw a school in Lichfield, in Gloucester, but my nursing wage could not pay for a private school. So I started doing research around how to start a business so I can have enough money to send my son to a private school. And that's how I got into business. So it's probably the lack of money or not enough of it that got me into business.
Wonderful answer. Really, really nice. So jumping off from that, what are the biggest lessons that you've personally learned in business?
I've learned in business that when you fail, you don't stop. You learn from it and then you do it again. And I've also learned to believe in yourself because people will tell you A, B, C did it and failed, and you will be another statistics of people who started business and did not succeed after 2 years. So I didn't do well in the beginning, but now I think I'm doing okay in my business, or probably doing very well.
So what's next, I guess? What can we look forward to from you?
Oh, I think I've got things in the pipeline or things that I do. I eventually want to do some kind of like construction. That's something I would like to do in business one day. I've also got the Cameroon Dyslexia Association that I work with. I've got to kind of make sure their magazine comes out regularly every year, a yearly magazine, which that's a business with passion. It's not really a business, but it's kind of a way to give back for the blessings that I've had over the years and the opportunities. So, and also, I want you to know that my lipstick business is still here and strong. And the reason why I started a lipstick business is because when I went through my divorce, my lipstick was my strength. And I think it's a good thing that I carry on sharing and helping other people, go through a difficult process and situation in their life by smiling.
Beautiful. That's really nice. Bit of a personal question for you next. What is your love life now?
Oh my gosh. What can I say? In this generation, you have to swipe on your phone, isn't it? That has not worked for me. Tinder has not worked for me yet. So I've tried a couple of things and it hasn't worked for me. So I think I haven't met the right person yet, but I've not given up on love because love is everything.
So in your personal life, what are your likes? What are you most passionate about?
Oh, I am passionate about helping people. That's one thing. Hence, I'm a nurse and the kind of business I do. I also like cars. Okay. I like fast moving cars. I don't have one, but that's probably one thing I'm looking forward to get a very fast moving vehicle for myself. And I love food. The love of food, trying different cuisine is something that I really love. I also like cooking myself, but I don't do a lot of it because I'm trying to make sure I keep my waistline in check. And lastly, I also love money. I think people say the love of money is root of all evil is a myth. And I want to burst that myth on this podcast that a love of money means you attract more money, and that's why I want to talk about it openly. People don't talk about money openly. They like money, but they hide it and they don't want to talk about it, and the money will not attract them. I attract money.
Love that. I love that. So my next question, I want you to split into two for me. So firstly, in your business life, what are you most proud of?
Oh, thank you. I think I have thought about that, but it's a good question you've asked. I am proud of my first business woman in business award, which I had in 2016. I started my business, my care business, in 2015, and in 2016, I had an award. I was not a 6 or 7 figure business owner at the time, but that gave me the momentum, the fire to keep working hard to get there as a woman in business. In 2023, I was nominated finalist in a UK Business Women Award, Forward Ladies. So I'm most proud of that. And also I received an award from my publisher when I wrote my first book, Dyslexia with Success, and I co-authored it with other New York best-selling authors, Raymond Aaron and Les Brown. I'm also really grateful and appreciative that I've been able to feature on the Business Women magazine, the Global Women magazine, I should say. Global Women is a London women's club for business women, and I featured on the magazine in 2024. That was last year. And the opportunity to be able to go on to BBC and talk about my journey and my story around dyslexia, and other media platform like the Cameroon TV as well. And lastly, to say the least, the fact that I went back to give back to my community where I came from Cameroon, and started Cameroon Dyslexia Association, where we kind of speak to parents and teachers about dyslexia, and how create an awareness and also break the stigma around dyslexia. And I encourage you to listen to my other podcasts, as it will help a lot of people to hear what we say about dyslexia.
Incredible, brilliant. So, as I mentioned before, that question was split in two. So,
Okay.
my second half of the question would be, what are you most proud of in your personal life?
Well, being a parent, I'm proud of my children, my son and my daughter. I think it's been a blessing that I'm able to have children, and I think I'm privileged to be a mom. I'm also proud of myself, of the things that I have managed to come back from, such as homelessness. When my marriage broke down, I became homeless, and I recovered from that homelessness. And also to be able to go to nursing school and graduate with two children as a single mother is something that it was not easy, and that's why I have to mention it. And also my books that I have written. So it's two of them counting now, and I still look forward to writing the third one, probably my memoir. Yeah, so that's it.
No, brilliant, brilliant. And I know we touched upon it briefly there, but could you just expand on that a little bit for me? So, obviously, you mentioned that you became homeless due to the divorce. How did you pick yourself back up from that?
Um, People probably don't believe that you can become homeless in the UK, but it is real. Um, I was married to somebody from my country, and when you come from ethnic minority community, we do have cultures. In Cameroon, when a relationship breaks down, the woman leaves the marriage and goes to live back with their parents, and the man stays in the marital home. In the UK, in the British culture, the woman stays in the home with the children and the man moves out. So, in my case, my ex asked me to move out of the house. So, he constantly reminded me how I was not contributing to the mortgage, and as I was a stay home mom, even though I was going to university at the time. And so I decided one day to go and just go out and find a way to survive, basically. I had had enough of it. The camel's back was broken, and I went out, but I got help from Women's Aid. So they gave me, by midnight, they managed to source me an accommodation where I went to, but it was very stressful. It was in winter, and it's a night I would always remember. Yeah.
I think ultimately it's a testament to your strength and your character that
Yeah.
you can overcome a situation like that. So, throughout everything you've learned, the ups, the downs, the success that you've found in business now, can you give me your secrets to success?
My secret is self belief. Okay. Believing in yourself is a very strong instrument to have, and having that confidence that you are enough, and also to know where you come from, and to own your story, own your journey, on the fact that I am a dyslexic adult, I have difficulties, I can't do certain things, but I know the things I can do well, and I focus on those while I allow other people to do things for me and not hide behind the scene. Another thing I also think is my secret is praying and manifestation. I discovered manifestation in 2021 post the pandemic when I did some self education mentoring. So I had an American lady, Vanessa Simpkins. She mentored me for a year, and I just, you know, couldn't believe how much what you put in the oven and when you bring out is the same. You cannot put a banana in the oven and you want a cake out. So I started manifesting what I wanted in my life, on my vision board, and everything was coming to reality. So I would say if you are in business or you just want to be successful, you need to learn how to manifest the things that you want in your life.
There's some really lovely answers within there. Just moving on to our next question then. Could you give me the most pivotal moments in your life?
Thank you very much. You need to get the tissues ready now because, yeah, life has been tough. It was not always very smiley that I'm here today able to tell you my story. No, just even the act of realizing that this is not for me. It's not something that we accept in our culture. People stigmatize divorce. So one of the biggest pivotal moments in my life was my divorce. I know coming into this country was a big change, yeah. But the pivotal moment, my divorce turned me. I think in one way, it has been a demon and it has been an angel, because I would not have been the person sitting here today and telling you this without my divorce. It all started there when everything came down to zero, where I didn't even have a roof over my head. I was in a car park for 11 hours with my children in the car. That was a pivotal moment in my life where I will never forget. So going through that divorce, living the divorce without having what was deemed to be fair also was the biggest thing that I could not believe that did happen. I'm not so much bitter about it, but I'm able to talk about it freely today because I have doubled, quadrupled, or 10x what I could have got out of that divorce by working hard. So, again, that is the success, but it was a bitter moment that gave me the momentum, the fire to fight and work hard and earn everything that I have today and I'm able to be proud of and even share my story. So, yeah, I think the divorce was a big thing. So there are three things apparently. That was one. The second thing that happened to me, which was a pivotal moment, was when I got arrested. Okay. And this is a story I've not told, and it's coming in public now. I got arrested in 2013 because, in our Cameroon community or my family, I came to the UK for greener pastures, to help other people make money and help other people. So I helped my cousin, my father's only sister's daughter who had A levels. So I sponsored her to come and study in Birmingham. She lived with me. And she decided to change her immigration status to whatever she wanted. And she went to seek for an asylum. And she told the immigration officers that I brought her here through human trafficking. So one fateful morning after my night, I had a long day shift and then I slept, woke up in the morning. The immigration officers or police have already done their forensic background about me. They knew what day I was working, what day I was not going to work, the day they're going to come and arrest me. So 7 a.m. in the morning, I had a knock on the bed. I just took my dressing gown put it on. My mom was living with me at the time and my two kids, so my mom came to visit. And I went downstairs, I opened the door, and I saw nine tall, huge white men walked in. One was in civilian, the rest were in black police immigration uniform. And they told me that I should not say anything, I'm under arrest. And they told me why they're arresting me. So I just fell down and collapsed in their hands. And they were putting me together, trying to cover my dressing gown, and told me to take it easy. So I went to my room, got dressed, and then they took me to the police station. So I was put under a criminal record database. And after investigation, they realized that all of this was false, and I had to have my name removed from the database and all of those things. But those are the moments that really shook me as a human being in this country, and I will never forget it. It's memories to, when I look back, I don't think I can actually help somebody. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't know I was going to get this emotional, but yeah. And thank you for asking, because sharing proof I have healed is part of my healing journey to be able to share the story. So, I think that was a moment in my life. Get some tissues.
Look, I think it's obviously a very challenging thing to talk about, but I
Yeah.
think it's a testament to your strength and your character that you're willing to be open about something that was ultimately, she was lying, it was
Yeah.
fraudulent, but your way of dealing with it and your recovery and the way that it's aided your future career is a testament to you.
Yeah, because investigation were made. So I paid her tuition, I paid her visa fee with my NatWest card online. I made her passport, everything. Her tuition was paid at the school, so they fact check the bank account that paid the school fees and all of those things, and they checked how many times the individual has been to lessons and the days that they've not come. So it boiled down to just facetious lies. Yeah, you can tell it's a pivotal moment. I don't need to explain anymore. And another pivotal moment that made me who I am today, a better person than is the day I had to ask my ex-husband for £5. Probably he never knew that that incident would shape my future today. But that's the last pivotal moment in my life that shaped me who I am today. Always trying to be financially stable, because I was so low on cash being a stay-at-home mom that I had to beg £5 from my husband to go and buy ingredients to come and cook food. And this is what he did before he gave me the £5, which makes it pivotal, is that he asked me to wash his car. Back then, it's 21 years now. Back then, the car wash was £5. Not now that you need to have at least 20 or 30 quid to wash your car. He said to me, I should wash his car before he gives me the £5. Of course I did. I needed the £5. As I was washing the car, something was growing in me. There was a lion growing inside of me. I washed the car, and then I went and took the £5 from him. That experience never left me. Even if it was a joke, it was a bad joke. And that is what made me the woman I am today, called a businesswoman. Yes, it was all about getting money, but I wanted to be financially stable and strong and solid. Probably I have money sitting in the bank. I don't want to do anything with it because I'm just so scared not to get to that point in my life where I have to ask for another £5. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's just keep that 20K there. Don't move it. Okay. So basically, yeah, it was quite interesting question. I didn't know I was gonna get to this point, but thank you for asking. I think this might also help somebody who is going through stuff, who've been through stuff, and I think this interview is just part of my healing and recovery, and yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, because ultimately I think it's important for your audience
yeah,
to understand where you've come from,
yeah.
the things you've evolved from into the person that you are now. Thank you for sharing all of that.
Thank you very much, Ryan, for taking your time to ask me the questions. I told you I was going to be on a hot seat, and I have been on the hot seat. I can't wait to go and get a cup of tea right now. But yes, so that is me. Thank you for watching Dyslexia with Success. Okay. There are some failures, some ups and downs, but we will keep sharing. We will also invite other people to share their story, how they overcome or overcame dyslexia. This is a clear evidence that I'm dyslexic, isn't it? I can't say overcome. Yeah, how they overcame dyslexia. And stay tuned, share the video with your loved ones, and let's keep this mission to create awareness, to empower each other, to restore hope in our community, because it's not all lost, because stories like this will keep coming up. And I'll see you in the next episode.